Hello HUD House Hunters, it's Donnie Corum with ColoradoSpringsForeclosureDeals.com. Today we're standing in front of 2615 East Dale Street. Now this is located close to downtown, kind of on Circle and Platte area. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home with just over about 1,100 square feet, give or take. HUD has this listed for $105. It's basically a cosmetic rehab. Let's go take a look. Alright, so we walked into 2615 East Dale Street. Now, one of my favorite features on these HUD properties is when they take the time to put vinyl windows in. No exception here. Throughout this home, they've put in newer vinyl windows. That means this house can be very energy efficient, and it's one thing we don't have to worry about. I want to pay special attention to this vinyl window because this thing is massive. And we put in windows comparable to this size, guys, and I can tell you this is a $600 to $800 window. So be thankful they've already put this in for you. That's a huge cost savings. Additionally, wood floors. I'm a big fan. These are in pretty decent shape. There's a couple of deep scuff marks, but I think in general, with a nice lacquer job and refinishing a little bit, these wood floors should come out pretty nice. And this great room, as you walk in, has plenty of space to really take advantage of the atmosphere that can be created by the wood floors. It'll be a good living room, put all your living room furniture and things like that in it. Let's head on back and we'll check out the bedrooms and the bathrooms. This one is going to be the hardest one to see. This is the dark room. Pretty decent sized bedroom. The reason it's so dark, guys, is they painted this a very dark blue. So this has a midnight blue color going from the very floorboards to the ceiling. So it is going to be a little tougher to see me. Let me step into the camera a little bit. Besides the paint and needing a lot of primer to get this dark blue out, this room is not in bad shape. The drywall looks to be pretty decent. Again, it's got a vinyl window back here, which is a decent size. You're going to want to add some closet doors here, but other than that, this is a pretty standard room rehab, and I would keep the wood floors, just polish them up. Heading back this direction, we find the secondary room here. It's a little bit brighter, but it is also a blue color. So the first thing we're going to do is neutralize the paint color, modernize that a little bit, and again, vinyl windows throughout, decent hardwood floors, and an average size closet back here. One of the things we always do on our rehabs is we replace the doors with 6-panel doors. This already has a 6-panel, and you can see they put like a brushed nickel fixture, which is what we prefer to put in our flips anyway. So again, some of the items on this property are already taken care of for you, which is a nice plus. Heading back here, we're going to find the master bedroom and the bathroom. Now, the master, we're going to call this one the master because it is just slightly larger than the other 2 bedrooms, but all 3 rooms are of decent size. This one was painted purple, so again, neutralizing the colors, adding closet doors back here, and polishing the floors. Bada bing, you got a perfectly usable house here. At this point, it's livable. Again, we do a little cosmetic work. This thing is going to shine. It really is going to pop. And the value is there at only $105,000. It's a great buy. Finally, we're going to check out the bathroom, and then we'll head over to the kitchen. So in the bathroom, we're going to do all the usual stuff. Neutralize the colors. I really don't like the small vanity, so we're going to rip all this out, put a big piece of glass here, I'm thinking, and then a nice light bar across the top, so this will be brighter than it probably is right now. Behind me, we've got the typical vinyl surround. I want to replace that with tile. But again, it looks to be perfectly functional now. They didn't do a bad job. It's just dated, you know? So if we can bring this thing into the times while you're living here, you're picking up some instant equity, you got a place to live, and you're building a lot of value in this property. So when the day comes to sell it, you've got a lot of equity that you picked up as a result of doing the work. Toilet looks okay. Sink looks okay, though we may need to replace the vanity because it's missing a couple of the panels. Finally, we end up in the kitchen. Now I saved this room for last because it's actually pretty big. Now this house is, like I said, about 1,100 square feet, but this kitchen is massive considering the size of the house. Tons of cabinet space available. The cabinets are a little dated, so we may look at replacing these with at least the arched panel doors and things of that nature. But again, nothing you couldn't live without. Another thing I'm a big fan of is this big window that leads into the kitchen. This is going to keep this room naturally lit and bright in general, so that's a nice feature. And this is an 8-in kitchen. Over here you got a place, you know, so you can see your dated dining room light there. But this is where you'll put your dining room table, things of that nature. So, I mean, not a huge house, but the layout's really nice because it's a rancher. Everything's kind of open and area. It's a nice touch. Back here is where they have the washer and dryer. And so, you know, basically, like I said, the layout is awesome, the price is great. In this downtown type neighborhood, homes are going to support about 140 to 150 in value. Okay, so picking this thing up for 105, doing the minor cosmetic works that it needs, there's a ton of equity to be had here. And for those of you number crunchers out there, $105,000 works out to about a $600 to $700 a month payment. So extremely affordable, probably cheaper than rent for you, $8,000 tax credit, and yes, you can buy this home for $100 down. Let's go check out the backyard. We'll get you out of here. Out back at 2615 East Dale Street, I just want you to see the back of the house. Now, this thing has a lot of storage. Just to point out here, you've got your, I guess, flat storage here, and then they kind of built in an attached shed, if you will, back here. Both of which give you plenty of storage space on this otherwise smaller house, but that really is not the best part of the storage. Behind me, HUD didn't mention this had a garage because it doesn't, but what it does have is a space that at some point could either be converted to a garage by adding a door, or could just be the ultimate workshop. So this is space that's included with the property, where you've got a full workshop area. And you know, tough to tell what they were doing with this before. It was lighted, it's got window, definitely got power out here, a lot of possibilities, but this is like the ultimate workshop area. If you were to put a door out back there, then you could, you know, turn this into a garage pretty easy if that was your desire. But in the meantime, you've got a pretty solid workshop space. So that's kind of neat, especially given the price range. Let's step back outside and we'll give you the recap the details on the Dale Street property. All right, guys, so we're at 2615 East Dale Street. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, no garage, but a huge workshop space. They have this listed for only $105,000. Value on this thing's going to wander between $140,000 and $150,000, so I think it's an excellent buy on a close to downtown location property. You simply can't beat this price. Now, as always, if you want to take a look at this property, you got to give me a call as soon as possible. Financing $105,000 means you're going to have a payment between $500 and $600 a month, so this is not going to last long. I cannot stress that enough. Call me as soon as you see the video if you're of interest. Let's take a look. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out the website, ColoradospringsForeclosureDeals.com. Register with me online to keep track of foreclosures right as they hit the market. I thank you for tuning in. I'll look forward to your call.